Luckily, I have history of this right here. That's the spectrum line, and that's an old video, and this is right now. Looks like the same day, doesn't it? So I kind of know where the spectrum line is. I got an idea today from a really nice guy from AT&T who came out to make sure that he couldn't do anything because he was from AT&T. So anyway, he cleared up what that mark was out there. That was where the people from, there's no AT&T on this property, is where I'm getting to. But AT&T came out the last time to say they were here. It's like Kilroy was here. So that's what that mark was out there. It had nothing to do where any lines were. He said he couldn't help me, but I coerced him a little bit, and he did help me. I think the power line's going this way. So this is going to be our area for the pond. Boy, I sure don't want to hit that spectrum line. So I'm going to get him to mark the spectrum line anyway. I'm going to go out right now and mark. I'm going to put like a 30 by 40 foot pond out there. I know there's a gas line coming across there that's been long dormant, and it's turned off. I know that for a fact because I turned it off. Don't care too much about hitting that, but I'm still going to dig around and find where it's going out and saw it off and cap it for sure. So I just know where it is, get the orange cones. So let's go out there now and get the marker paint, and not a sponsor, and see what 30 by 40 looks like. Yeah, because the liner is 25 by 20. So you got to take into consideration you're not only going down underground a little bit, you're going to have to lip over a little bit too and put some stones around it. This is going to be a big project. So we're going to have to rent equipment to do that. So that's just the way it's going to be. So look out there, and I'm going to mark generally what I have in mind here. I know it's wet and rainy, but who cares? You got to work. Got to keep it up. Got to keep going. That weed killer does work eventually. You can tell that. It takes it for that bullseye stuff. It takes a while, but waiting 10 days is a long time. But it does work. You can see it around the barn too. And thanks for all the views on my stone in a can thing. I appreciate that so much. It's like at 600 views right now in one day. I really appreciate that. Like and subscribe. Well, I've got it figured out roughly. Let's take a look. I'm thinking that it's going to see that orange dot right there. And there's an orange dot out there you can't, excuse me, see, that's 20 feet. There's a big orange dot out there, that's 30 feet. And you can see this dot because I made it kind of big. Let's zoom in on it. So that would be the far end of the pond there. So from when I'm sitting here, and I got some ideas about pond liners. We'll do that if we need to. That would be pretty cool. So they say that you need to go. I wish it wasn't so noisy when I did that. I hear it. Well, I don't hear it too much on the camera, but I hear it rattles through the camera, I guess, and makes the speaker do it. But anyway, I would like for this dot to be closer. But they say you can't dig within 2 feet of where they mark. So I don't know. I think I'm pretty safe there. But I'm not. Of course, I'm not going to do anything until they come mark it. But I don't think I'm going to get 20 feet that way. I would like this side to be as close to me as possible. And I'm just going to run down the side of the driveway there. I'm just, and that there's another reason I'm doing that. It's to kind of keep people from going off too much, because it doesn't bother me. It's just muddy. It's a little bit more muddy over there for some reason. And they leave little tracks, and we don't want little tracks on our table. So there's the crows out there. I think I can make this pretty nice. And I can get rid of that ugly spot, that's for sure. And I actually need the dirt to level off some stuff around here. But since I live on a farm, I got all this backland back there. So whenever I got extra dirt, I'll put up a sign, clean field dirt or something, come get it. Because people want that all the time, whatever clean dirt is. I know, it just doesn't have debris in it. But it's a funny phrase, isn't it? So I can just dump it back there. And it's just about hay time if it stopped raining. And it's just about wheat time. They sprayed that yesterday. So I think I got some footage of that, so I may go into that. So I was thinking about putting a little pond out here, and I still may do it. Let's just see how this goes and how much it costs, and because I got to go up and get a bunch of rocks and all that other stuff. So I was thinking about putting a little pond out here somewhere too. I know there's nothing out here, unless there's a dead horse, which is actually over there. There's nothing out here. I might move my weather station and put a little pond in here too, just kind of for fun. I'll call it Double Pond Farms. My guess is that is Roundup. So I closed all the windows, that's for sure. So there they are. Let's see if I can get a picture of them here too. Where are you? There you are. Blink. Okay. Yeah, close the windows. It's not a myth. They do come out and do it. You just got to give them a little time. 811. Before I put the pond in, it took a little longer than you might think. So start early. The AT&T people will be right out there. I've had them here twice, but I don't have AT&T. This guy came today, and that's great. Just if you're planning on digging for whatever reason, start 2 or 3 weeks ahead. They used to say they'll be there tomorrow, but that's not true. I mean, generally it's not true unless I guess it was an emergency ticket. So I think he's found the power line. I have never known where that was. So that's really cool. Now I sort of knew the Spectrum line was there, so I need to tell him well, I don't need him to mark the driveway, but I'm going to go out there and be careful about. Oh boy, look where the power line's going. Exactly what I thought and hoped. So there's a junction box behind that fake dog over there, that cement dog, and I had a feeling that's where it went, but I've never really known. This is just so cool. So just give them a chance. Start early. That's my advice to you. 811 in North Carolina. I don't know what it is for other states. What is that? A Texas tag? Well, okay, that's cool. I got a couple of those myself. The old ones with the Bronco Buster on them. Loving that thing. Loving my micro soft start thing. So at the top of the arc, where it goes right there, there's that marker there. It is 20 feet exactly, and we need to keep in mind that for some reason the Spectrum line dips in right there. So I just got to keep that in mind. I'll measure that too. So that's got to be that's 20 feet. I think that'll be okay. I'm not going to go that far. So let's measure from there to here. From there to here, I think it's going to be 25 feet. So from the top of the arc to that corner is 25. So I'm not going to do any further marking right now. Just the AT&T mark. Well, let's just pace it off because I'm not going to go that far. If that's 25, my liners aren't going to go any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's about 30 feet. So that'd be 55 feet. So it doesn't curve in until, I don't know, more than I need. So I can't do it today, but I'm going to open my pond liners now and sort of stake them out and then mark with my marking paint and see what I'm going to do. I might cut this again just real tight down and see about going up to rent some equipment to dig this out. So I've got to dig it 1 foot in, so I'll have a way to bring the liner over and put some rocks here. And that'll clearly define where you can and can't turn around. But I really don't care about that, but still better to know. So your Abel, your Baker, your Charlie, and your W for wind. Well, what peace of mind that is to know where that stuff is. Especially a guy like me, always pushing the edge of the envelope and digging and doing things. Let's go in there and have some yogurt and granola. You want to? The hour is upon us. Tomorrow morning I have the equipment reservationed out to dig the hole for the pond. I'm going to go get the tractor and I'm going to cut a little grass and remark everything. And there are my 2 boxes over there of the 20 by 25 liners. I've got my silicone ready to go to weld it together. I got to look and make sure that that's the right thing to do. This is the corner where I get everything. I got my marking paint, not a sponsor, ready to go out there. So let's go out there and pull these things out of the boxes and see what we're gonna do. I got a million questions about what I'm gonna do. It's just not. I keep thinking about how deep to make it and things like that. But let's go out there and rip these boxes open and see what we're gonna do. I've got one of them unfolded. This is going to be a multi-part series, I think. I've marked 28 inches from the grass line out here to the gravel and down to here, so I know where to pull to. And I'm kind of just trying to get a feel for the whole thing. So let's get the other one unfolded and see what we look like here. I'm going to cut this one a little bit over here. I was kind of thinking about what I'm going to do with the remainder of the lining. I don't know. Let's just keep going. This is like most things I do. I got a plan. It's just not a great big plan. A good point would be don't step on this thing. Just a little sideline. Now, this gives me a lot of opportunities, and you won't see it until tomorrow, but down there is an LP gas tank. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do about that. I don't think it's real deep, but I was thinking of painting it yellow and making it the yellow submarine. No, I wasn't thinking that really. I'm thinking, I don't know how really big it is. I will discover that tomorrow. And then we will see what I'm going to do. Probably going to take, I think the head of it's right in here. Pretty sure of that. That might be the key to my water feature. I don't know. I'm real worried about this line, and I think it's right there. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. Okay, well, let's pull the other one out like we said. But this is making me think a lot. So they're both pulled out now. Doesn't take any time. It's going to be something like this. I'm getting ready to fold it up to kind of give me actual sizes. You know, kind of what it's actually going to be. It's not going to be this big, of course. You can shave at least a couple of feet off all the way around. So there's my Spectrum line that I'm very nervous about. That kind of really blew over. I didn't even notice it. I went in for a minute. Okay. And it says you should lay it out here for a little time before you do much with it. Need to go get some cinder blocks or something. I bet a big wind comes up tonight and ends up down there somewhere. I'll fold it over a couple of times. All right. So that's 20 by 50. All right, let's fold it in and see what we end up with. Got my handy dandy house tape measure that match my Flexzilla hose. Maybe some of you noticed that. I thought that was cool. Oh, be on my head. Okay, realistically, it's going to look more like that. Okay, so let's go in and gotta get some weed killers on. Let's go in and kind of sit down. Be the first time I've kind of done this. I don't think I need that anyway. Well, I might use it for a marker. Okay. Always take your shoes off when you come in. So this is my first, watch when you come blow it all the way. That's what we're gonna kind of look like right there. And I'm okay with that. That's gonna be just fine. And I sit in different positions in this area. This chair is very mobile, and I move around. That's gonna be a nice little water feature there. So let me get some pictures of that and then mark it, and then I'll pull that stuff up, and then we will we'll come into this particular part 1 of the pond. Okay, so that gives you another good perspective on the size of it. I think that's going to be fine. I think I'm going to have a lot of happy creatures. I'm not going to put fish in it because I think they just get eaten. They'll be shirkers and get themselves eaten. So let's kind of just mark around here and get my marker paint and everything. All right, I got the appropriate amount of marker paint on my tape measure. Sure sign of any working fella there. So here we go. I can't show you where I sit. Well, I can, but okay. Let's just stand over here. Okay, so that's about 5 feet behind me. 10 feet is about where I sit. And I'll put a little bit of that tractor. I'll put the tractor parade up at the end of this, but the wheat sort of cut off half the tractors, but I'll post it anyway. So there's tractor parade coming. So that's what we're going for right here. And I want this right against this driveway. And for any number of reasons. Everybody's gonna have their different reasons for doing things. So let's take a look at it from here. And okay, so that's gonna be okay. It's gonna help me out on so many levels. And I said I wasn't gonna have any fish, but I'm gonna have a symbol of a fish. Okay, and of course, you know that happened. I'm gonna kind of make a place here where I'm gonna try to do this as it goes along. So X marks the spot. Okay, so I'm gonna stand here, and we'll take videos from here as we progress. And I guess I'll just use that spot till we get it all up and going. And however I'm gonna get a power out there, I don't know yet. I've got that extra line that I was using for the lights around the house. I may use that. I don't think it takes a lot. I got to get some of that gray underground stuff. Don't have to be trenched real deep. So that's going to be it. I'm going to stand here, and there's part 1. Get ready for the tractor parade. That stuff goes a long way. So okay, cool. Couple of additional notes. This is what I've got right here, just so you can see it. And it doesn't tell you anything about gluing it together. I was kind of surprised by that. So anyway, what I've seen is people use CA glue, super glue. I don't think I'm gonna do that because that kind of cracks. There might be some formula that's a little bit more flexible. But then I see people just using Gorilla Glue. So I'm probably gonna lay a bead of Gorilla Glue and then my silicone that I showed earlier, and sort of go for a double shot there. I don't want to drain this thing and mess with it. He wants to get it in. I want it in like anybody else does. So I don't know. I was thinking about calling them and asking them what they say do, but then I see these guys and they got these big fancy tape things, and they clean it with the denatured alcohol, which I'll probably do, and they scrub it with a Scotch-Brite pad, and then they put this special jizz on it, and then they pull the stuff, that butylite stuff, off a roll. That might be a good idea. Maybe get some Pella tape like you put around windows. I might do that too, so before I put water in it. So I'll probably go get another thing. Let me write that on the list. Maybe that Pella tape's a good idea. I think I've got some down in the barn. Let me go see. Here's this parade of tractors that I see now and then. It always surprises me. I'm gonna look at this. Like you can hear them coming. How cool is that? See, they got a leader out there. I wish the wheat wasn't so tall. I can't go out there right now. I'm in the middle of a project. But look at that. Way to go, guys. I'm gonna need to mark this date because it seems they do this every year. I really didn't know that. Try not to flash anybody here. And there's all the kids on taking the hayride. I got it zoomed in all the way. There's big old Ford. Kind of wish. Oh, there's a big old one there. Scaring all the rabbits away. Okay with me. Oh, don't be so pushy. They didn't ask me to come out with my 2305, but that's okay. Golly. I don't know how many are here. Oh, there you go. Keep up there a little bit. God, they're still going around the corner. Let's just keep going. I guess it's a Memorial Day thing. I don't know. Nobody told me about it. My 2305 could keep up with this. My 2305 is about a little smaller than that little red thing there. Now, the last time I remember, they had a little backup team. Yeah, you see the guy with the Jardin flatbed thing there? That's in case somebody has a little mishap there. How interesting, huh? Well, I heard the rumble coming around the corner. All right, and there's the backup team. Okay, how cool is that, huh? Wish I could have got notice. I'd have been out on the road.